I feel like 2025 just started, but for some reason we're already in February. Now, at the end of every month and definitely at the start of every new year, I like to do what is called a reset. And this reset is for my entire life, especially the things that I use on a day-to-day or week-to-week or month-to-month basis. So for this video, I'll be resetting and showing you guys, but I'll also be planning my week. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I love systems. I love a good systems because I love when my life is very organized and it helps me with my productivity. Now, if you don't know that, it means that you're new here, and so welcome to my channel. I'm Kimani, and this is my channel Hauling This Together, where we go through all things productivity, organization, and self-growth since I'm on my own personal development journey, and I would like to share those things with you guys while I'm on the journey so that you can see in real time-ish what's going on. And so if you like personal development or self-growth or anything along that line, productivity, organization, or you're on a journey of this for yourself, or you'd like to start a journey of your own, then you are in the right place. We have fun over here while we progress in life, and we also have the occasional corny jokes. And so if you're into any of that, then you have definitely found your people, and I hope you're here to stick around. Now, it's important to know that based on the systems that I do have, which I have done videos on, I have shown on here how I plan my week using my to-do list, which is in Notion, and also my Google Calendar, which has all the things that I need to do, including some things that are in my ideal week. Usually when I'm planning my week, it takes me less than 10 minutes to plan my entire week because I have them in systems that most of which are automated or repeated. But for my resets, it usually takes a little while longer because I have to go through those things that are set as templates or as automated systems, and I have to go through to see what is no longer serving me, what I no longer need, what things are now going to be pushed to the back burner, and which new things will be added to my top priorities. It's super important for me to do these things because sometimes something may be working in the moment, but a few weeks or a few months or even a few days later, I realize that it's no longer serving me and it's no longer giving what it used to give, and so I have to remove that and replace it with something that's either more productive or a more organized version of the previous one. And so without much more chatter, let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's get right into it. As I mentioned, I have my auto replenish type to-do list in Notion. If you want to see how I set this up from start to finish, then you can check this video out, which will be linked at the top right hand corner. So first thing I'm doing is to clear all the things that are currently on the to-do list, right, which is from like maybe a month or so before, and I'm going through the automated list that refreshes, and I'm just taking out all the things that I was doing before that I'm no longer doing. I also started the gym, which is something new, and if you want to keep up with my journey, then you can follow me on all socials, which just popped up on the screen. It's just Kimani_Hall on everything. So TikTok, Instagram, Threads, anywhere you want to find me, I'm just going by my name. So I'm going through and I'm removing all those things. I'm also contemplating if I should remove all the read, because I'm not focusing on reading for the first quarter of 2025, because I want to focus on content mostly, which is why I'm being a little bit more consistent over here. Which, if you want to see my day-to-day content, since I'm doing a 100 days of consistently showing up online doing short form content, then why aren't you following me on socials? Anyways, back to the video. So that's what I'm going through right now and doing. I'm just going through cleaning up all the things that I'm no longer doing, adding stuff that I'm now doing that, you know, I wasn't doing before. You kind of get the gist. Now, it's important for me to save those things so that I don't actually like lose whatever I'm correcting. And as I said before, it's literally the touch of a button and these to-do lists are complete, like they're filled out with all the things that you want to do. Now, these are templates, which means that some days are going to look different, and so I will go through my to-do list each day, or sometimes at the start of the week, depending on what it is, and I will add those additional tasks that will pop up that isn't something that I do on a week-to-week or day-to-day basis, if that makes sense. So the things that are consistent, so every Monday I have a client meeting, for example. Every Thursday I will edit videos. Every Wednesday I'll film whatever it is that's consistent. Every Sunday I'll do my meal prep. Every single day I'll do my morning and night routines. Like those things are on there and are always on there. But then the things that pop up each day, like if you have a dentist appointment, for example, it's not like you're going to have a dentist appointment every single day for a whole week or every week on the same day. And so those things aren't added, but everything else is. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I think I explained a lot more detailed in the video that was tagged. It will also be in the description bar if you want to check that video out. I absolutely love this. It has saved me so much time, and so I think you should try it too. It might look complicated, but honestly, so good. Now, I know you might be wondering, Kimani, why are some things purple and some things are black? The things that are purple are the things that are mandatory for that day. Those are my priorities for that day. So even if I don't get everything done from my to-do list, those things that are in purple, especially the things that are in purple from the automated list, the template, those are mandatory. And so that's why they're in purple, so that I can see the difference. I could have like added them in bold, but I also have the topics in bold. I forgot what those were called. So that's another thing that I think is very important, to section off the things that I need to do in segments, like categories or topics or whatever you want to call them. So I have my routines, I have my business related stuff, which are my personal business plus client work, and then I have personal, which sometimes personal stuff gets like pushed to the side. And as you can see on here, there's almost never anything purple in the personal section except for Wednesdays, which is usually my filming day if I'm being consistent and like putting out content like that. And so those are the things that are mandatory. Some other personal things would be like meal prepping and whatever. It's not routine per se, but it's also not business. Anyways, as I said, I'm kind of focusing more on my content creation for the first quarter, which is January to March of 2025. And so if you see me taking out the business stuff, there is still going to be some business work, but it's not going to be as much as last year when I was trying to do a little bit more productivity in the business segment of my life. Okay, so now that I'm done with my to-do list, and it's completely changeable, so you can change it on a day to day. I usually just leave the one day that I'm in toggled down so that it doesn't seem confusing. Now it's time for us to move on to Google Calendar, which, as I mentioned, these are the top two things that I've been using. Also in that video, I have a section showing you guys how I create my template for my ideal week. And so stuff has changed and I'm changing that around. Some of the things on here I'm deleting, some things I'm just pushing to a later date. I'm also changing like the times for my morning routines and stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm also making sure that whatever it is that is on my to-do list matches what is on my Google Calendar. So what I do is I will be going back and forth to see what's in Notion in my to-do list, and then I'll be making sure that they are like segmented in different time blocks on my Google Calendar. So it's not like I'm going my entire day and being like, okay, I need to do these things that are on my to-do list, but I didn't make any time for it, if that makes sense. I'm also making sure that the things that are prioritized, so the things that are in purple in Notion, are the first set of things that are prioritized in my Google Calendar, and then anything else that's on my to-do list, I will do it in the blank space. Now, before, when I used to do this, which is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this reset anyways, I used to literally plan out almost every single hour of my day just so that I can make space for all the things on my to-do list. And it just wasn't working for me. I was being burnt out. And even though I have a really good system or two really great systems, I wasn't really using them to be productive. And I was just kind of feeling overwhelmed, and I was just procrastinating a lot because it just seemed like too much to do, and it was just too rigid of a schedule for me to stick to, especially when life happens and things
come up that you didn't necessarily plan for, or a task goes longer, or life happens. And so as you can see, this is me going back and forth just to ensure that the days are actually matching what I have in my to-do list. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I will ensure that I have blank spaces in between for the other things that I need to add to my day. Now, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I know you saw that pop up. I know you saw it and you tried to ignore it. Anyways, if you want a detailed video on how I do my calendar blocking, I also have that video up on my channel. So that's what I'm working on here. I think the rest is kind of self-explanatory. Guys, if you're going to calendar block, just please don't do it in a way that your schedule is so packed that you start feeling overwhelmed and get to the point of burnout, because that's really not fun. So I'm just working on this right now, and then that would be the end of my system reset for 2025. And I'm also not sticking to it in the sense that it can't change. It's like set in stone. If I need to change this next week or tomorrow, I'm definitely going to do that, because why wouldn't I if it's not working? So yeah.
Okay, that's it for that video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope that if you've never done a reset of your life, of your day, of your year, whatever it is, then this inspired you to do so for yourself, because it's so important for us to remove the things from our lives that's no longer serving us or no longer serving us the way it used to, and replacing them with better systems. If you liked this video, then you'll definitely want to check out this playlist right here, which has similar videos to this one. I hope you get a lot of valuable information from those videos and from this one. If you did, or if you've done anything like this before, then let me know down below in the comment section. Or if you'd like more videos like this or other suggestions, then also let me know down below in the comment section. That's it. I'm happy that you made it to the end, and I hope to see you next week for another upload. But until then, just remember to do something today that will help you to be at least a little bit better than you were yesterday. Bye.